Governor is still up in the air tonight in Vermont. With all of the votes counted, Republican John Rogers has 46.22% of the vote, and incumbent David Zuckerman has 44.6%. That's a difference of 6,018 votes out of the more than 371,000 votes cast. And as Lucy Kale reports, it's a margin close enough that so far Zuckerman has not conceded.
Republican John Rogers looks to have won the lieutenant governor's office, beating out incumbent David Zuckerman by just over 6,000 votes.
He hasn't conceded at this point, but we've got a comfortable lead that we're comfortable with, yeah.
But the victory is not official yet. Since Rogers does not have a majority of the votes, it will be up to the legislature to decide who gets the spot. Rogers believes the legislature will affirm his victory, but Zuckerman has not conceded the race, and he has not responded to our questions about whether he plans to concede. In a social media statement, he wrote that he will continue fighting for his values, and he thanked his supporters, saying, "Together, we will never give up." In an interview with Channel 3 this morning, Zuckerman said he's going to follow the process, wait a few days, and analyze the data.
The Constitution has a process for figuring out what happens next. I have other considerations. Do you do a recount? It's really too soon for me to just say he won, but there's no doubt he's got more votes at this point in time.
Since Zuckerman is within 2 percentage points of Rogers, he can ask for a recount or rely on the legislature to vote for him and overturn the popular vote. Meanwhile, Rogers is reflecting on his apparent victory.
It's very rewarding. We knew it was an uphill battle. It always is, taking on an incumbent. But we think as we traveled around the state that if we had a chance to talk to people, that our message was well received, and I think if we'd have had more time to talk to more people, we maybe could have widened the margin.
Rogers had the backing of Governor Phil Scott, and he says the results of this election show that people are fed up with high prices and rising taxes and ready for something new. Reporting in the newsroom, Lucy Kale, Channel 3 News.
Lucy, thank you. Last time an election went to the legislature was in the 2014 governor's race when Peter Shumlin finished election night with a 2,400 vote lead over Scott Milne. Milne refused to concede, but the legislature upheld the voters' wishes, affirming Shumlin's victory on a vote of 110 to 69. Lawmakers have overturned the will of the voters a handful of times over the years. The last time was in the lieutenant governor's race in 1976. Democrat John Alden led Republican T. Gary Buckley by 1,100 votes when the ballots were all counted. But Alden was under investigation for fraud at the time, and the Republican-controlled legislature narrowly voted to put Buckley into the governor's office.